Speaker, members of the House, all day long we've had an interesting double argument here from my colleagues on the other side. All day long they've insisted that school districts are in trouble because of increased energy costs, because of the increased cost of electricity, natural gas, air conditioning, heating, fuel for the buses, and all the rest of it. And they've spent all day long arguing against a bill that's designed exactly to deal with the energy cost of those schools by helping those districts to refurbish, to rebuild, to remodel, to reconstruct old facilities that do not use energy efficiently, do not have state-of-the-art facilities for the conservation of energy, for the better use of energy. We are giving out tax cuts and have for many years in a very sensible program to help businesses come into the Modernization energy. Businesses, homeowners, and others are reaping huge savings, but schools aren't. So this bill simply says that the federal government will join in a partnership with local districts who have already set out their priorities to provide for energy efficiencies, to provide for new technologies, so that they can provide the best learning environment for the children in those school districts. And when they do that, what we're seeing across the country is those schools that are fortunate enough to have the money are dramatically reducing the amount of their budgets that go to energy, and they can use that on curriculum or extracurricular activities or teacher pay or whatever else it is. But most schools can't afford to do that. And so what we're saying is we'll simply partner up with those districts most in need and see if we can help them reduce their energy budgets over the years so they can put it into education. That's the bill that Mr. Chandler introduced. That's the bill that is designed and has been voted on this floor today, because that is the need of the school districts. That's why the school districts, the state superintendent of schools, local school districts are supporting this legislation, because it meets the need they have. Now somehow, after arguing all day long that this is too heavy of a hand, we now see an amendment that we've never seen in committee, we didn't see on the floor, we didn't see in Rules Committee. It's suggesting that somehow we just pay the ongoing maintenance cost of the districts. I don't know if that's what you want to sign up for. We thought we'd sign up to be a partner in district priorities to refurbish and rehab schools and improve the energy efficiency of those based upon the district policies. I didn't know we were going to sign up for a long-term grant for energy for the maintenance of school districts. Mr. Chandler, I'd like to yield now to the sponsor of the bill, the author of the bill, Mr. Chandler.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This motion to recommit has absolutely nothing to do with this bill. Nothing at all to do with this bill. This bill is about school construction. This bill allows our children to compete in a global economy. It helps them to compete. It is about energy efficiency, but it's about energy efficiency in our schools. It's about green schools. It's a very, very good bill. Plus, in addition to that, it creates at least 100,000 jobs, and they're jobs that will not and cannot be exported, like so many of our jobs have seen happen. This bill is supported by almost every education body in the country. It's supported by the National School Board Association. It's supported by the PTA. It's supported by the NEA, the principals associations throughout this country. It's supported by the American Federation of Teachers and the National School Administrators. If the minority were really serious about this motion to recommit and about improving this bill, if they were serious about the cost of gasoline, if they were serious about doing something for the American people, and if they wanted this bill, or if they wanted to help the kids of this country, they wouldn't have made it a bill that would be reported back promptly. That's what they've done. They intend to kill the bill. Please vote against the motion to recommit.
I thank my colleague. All day long in this chamber, we've had...
Gentlemen will suspend. House will be in order. Gentleman from California is recognized.
All day long in this chamber, we've had amendment after amendment saying that if we weren't putting this money into school construction to refurbish these schools in need, they would put it in IDEA, they'd put it in Title I, they'd put it in after-school care, they'd put it in mentoring. You know what? When they had the money and they were in control, they didn't put it anywhere. They inherited a $5 trillion surplus, and when they had the money, they didn't put it anywhere. Now we have a $9 trillion debt, and they still can't fund education. And that's why we've got to stop it. We should reject this motion to recommit.
Gentlemen,
this is an effort to kill the bill, and what we need is, in fact, more money for our schools.